Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DMG. That's right, I just grabbed this AIO and its peripherals from the bin, as usual. There were like 4 more of these, so I'm gonna power this one up and see if the rest are worth carrying like half a mile back to my dorm. I'm not exaggerating. So I don't even know what hardware this has in it. It doesn't say in a label. It just says that it's basically fast and reliable, which it probably isn't. If it's in the bin, it was probably not fast nor reliable. So first step, I'm gonna plug in this yellowed, pretty gross keyboard right here. And I assume these are the original peripherals. And by the way, while I'm at it, I'll read off what's on the back. So we've got 2 USB ports on one side, Ethernet. Then we got a Kensington lock and power jack in the middle. Then we got HDMI, I don't know if that's in or out. 2 more USB, and a headset jack. So combo headphone and mic. It tilts a little. It doesn't raise up, but it tilts, so that's nice. And it uses basically a big laptop charger. So if it just runs off of a laptop charger, which, let's see, how many watts is this? Doesn't even list the specs on it. Oh, 65 watts. No, it's 65 watts. So if it's only 65 watts, we probably don't have the most powerful hardware in here. But still, something that could be decently usable. Perhaps. Now, the issue is, I don't know how to turn it on. Is it this? Oh. He lives. Nice, okay, so we don't have a broken screen, that's good. I can feel a bit of air coming out of the top, like up here. Looks like we're booting into Windows. It seems fairly fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if this has a solid-state drive. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's just got your conventional laptop hard drive. Listening to it, I can hear a hard drive. And I can feel a hard drive. I'd be surprised if that's a 3.5-inch drive, because this machine is about as thick as a 3.5-inch drive. And from the speed we're seeing, yeah, it probably is a hard drive. Ooh, booting into an account here. Oh wow, that's a lot of mess on the desktop. Okay, I can't show any of that, which is unfortunate, because that's all personal information. We've literally just got a folder called Don't Use over here on the side. This mouse doesn't feel stellar, but probably to be expected. Ah, here we go. Task Manager, Performance. I'm gonna put it in full screen so that it blocks out the stuff. Ooh. We got a dual core 1.6 gigahertz Celeron. That's interesting. Okay, we got 4 gigs of RAM. That's very interesting. Okay, so that is a Seagate drive. And it's 2 partitions, which is interesting. So I'm going to open File Explorer and see if one of those is just storage, or if, I don't know, one of those is... Why would you ever put your File Explorer like this? They've got the sidebar hidden. Okay, option 2. This PC. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but this is pretty miserable to use. And again, this PC was used... Oh, recovery. So we just got a recovery drive on the D partition. But yeah, this PC is pretty miserable. I want to see what the CD drive is like, actually, really quickly. Well, as you can hear, it is stuck. Oh, that's bad design. So you have to push the eject button, and then you have to manually pull it out. Okay, I guess it just got jammed, but that big piece of plastic there really holds it back. Okay, so yeah, I think this will just become a Linux machine. I'm gonna check out that CPU really quickly. What is that? J3060. It's not even in Tech Power Up's catalog. That's how you know it's an obscure CPU. It can turbo up to 2.48 gigahertz. It's a 14 nanometer, and yeah, it's basically a laptop chip. So it's a low power chip. Has Hyper-V support, and looks like this machine was properly shut down. Oh, whoops. But yeah, it looks like this machine was properly shut down because it doesn't have years of uptime. We've got some form of Intel HD with 128 megs. I hope this thing doesn't eat my disk because I want to try running a game on it. So this game is a test of 3D performance, CPU performance, but also disk drive performance. So if it's lagging a lot, like it just took a very long time to load, so if it's slowing down majorly, that probably means you got a terrible... Oh yeah. And also this is a DVD, so, you know, if it just doesn't read at all, that means you got a CD drive. You can hear it ramping up. You can also hear the hard drive. I don't know if my mic on my smaller camera will pick it up. But yeah, truly, this would be a decent web browsing machine on Windows 7 or Linux. It actually outperforms one of the Core 2 Duos that I've got Linux running on at this point, so it might actually replace that as the computer in my lab. But yeah, it's taken quite a while to load. We've got it clocked all the way up to 2.48 gigahertz. Oh, dropping down. Then for some reason our hard drive is maxed. And again, also the disk drive feels really wobbly. It doesn't feel very well stable. Is this a 1360 by 768 display? I guess so. Oh wait, I've got it in windowed. I am so dumb. And I gotta go to class pretty soon, so this video might split soon. Okay, taking it out of window. 1600 by 900. Okay, so this is a 1600 by 900 screen. I like that menu because it also tells you the screen resolution. And I mean, it should run okay. Yep, there's our drive ramping up. It does this on slower PCs with terrible drives. Oh. I'm gonna turn on invincibility because I'll need it. Oh. Obviously this was not built for gaming, but this goes to show that, okay, we're getting up into the 15 range. Especially on this game with particle effects. It just was not built for complex 3D processing at all. This is definitely a home/business use PC. To be fair, I've seen a lot worse. There have been some PCs where this game just has not loaded. But yeah, as you might be able to hear, the speakers are actually pretty clear, which that's good. Again, I've seen PCs where the speakers are just terrible. Okay, so pretty much conclusion on this PC, it's not worth saving the rest of them. However, now that I've picked this one up, oh no, give me my disc. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's not gonna be worth picking up the other ones because I won't really be able to sell these. But I'm not gonna take this one back to the e-waste because, you know, even a system this low end can still be useful as like a basic web browsing machine. And, you know, the fact that it's that thick. Okay, so a couple interesting things about the AIO. It's like an hour later, I've finished my classes and I've come back to it. So I've popped it open. There's basically nothing in here. It's mostly plastic. The screen comes off of the front. That's how it opens up. But if we look around here, that's why it sounded like a desktop hard drive, because that is a 3.5-inch drive. Looks like we have 2 RAM slots, DDR3 probably. And then under here is our CPU, which I'm going to get a closer look at in a minute. Alright, just powered it up while it's open to make sure that I didn't break the screen, because it feels very violent to take it apart. So luckily, yes, it still works. I'm just going to unfold it like that and unplug it to get a bit deeper. So yes, DDR3. Looks like the fan just uses screws to hold it down. That's literally that's pretty much like an ITX motherboard. Like, that's a pretty standard form factor that's just crammed into this weird case. So this definitely wasn't a high-end model. It is definitely a more cost-efficient kind of thing. But yeah, there's our 3.5-inch drive. Definitely did not expect that. Okay, that screwdriver does not fit. Literally no screwdriver fits these screws.
Then don't strip them, please. And then
that one, yeah.
That's a tiny little SSD.
That's not the SSD, that's the Wi-Fi card. This is the hard drive. Hey. Bro, where's the CPU?
Wait a minute.
Is that the CPU heatsink? Bro! What is under... Oh my god. Don't take it off.
Proceeds to take it off.
No, don't take it off.
Why?
Because I'm going to have to change the paste, and I don't want to waste my Arctic White or Corsair TM30 on whatever pathetic weak sauce is under there.
Why do you have to put it back on?
Because I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to use this board on something else.
Why?
That doesn't have a screen attached to it. Because it's a decent board, it's worth it. Bruh.
Just put like a tiny little dot on it.
No.
Get thermal pads. For cheap shit like this, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, good point.
Do you have any thermal pads?
I don't. Well, yes I do, but they're attached to things. Okay, I need to talk for a bit. Okay, so it looks like they use this motherboard for a lot of things. Like, for example, we've got a PGA, it looks like PGA 478, where a different CPU could have been soldered, but our CPU is actually under here. Then we've got places for soldered RAM chips that aren't filled. Mini PCIe, this is like our connector for display backlight, that's for God knows. Oh, as it says web camera, just call it a webcam.
So yeah, that heatsink is absolutely tiny. So this little metal thing, if I can just take this cage out, I could put this in something better, or I could just put it back together. That's another option. But yeah, I'm glad I discovered that. Oop. Also, one more thing. I accidentally pulled the display ribbon cable out a good bit when I was taking it apart. So I need to flip this up and correct the wrong, because of course that's going to stop working at the most inconvenient point. Yeah, I'm really just surprised and slightly disappointed at what's in here. Like, the space used for a desktop hard drive could have been used for a board that doesn't suck, but I mean, I guess wherever you can cut costs as a multi-million-dollar company to save $5, that's really important. Alright, so last thing before I put it back together, I'm gonna check out what the RAM is. 4 gig, 1 rank by 8, PC3L 12800S. So in this massive pile, I probably have something like it. 4 gig, 2 rank by 8, those could potentially work. 2 gig, 1 rank by 8, could potentially work. 2 gig, 1 rank by 8, 2 by 8. 4 1 by 8, PC3. Wait, is that the same stick? Oh my god. That's the exact same stick. Just doesn't have the HP sticker. Okay, so one of these slots is black, one of them's white. White one's usually channel 2, black one's usually channel 1. So got those installed, so that's going to be a nice upgrade. Turns out I have another of those identical sticks, so it must have been some other HP product or something that included these. Alright, and so finally, that I don't get people in the comments complaining about how I broke it, I'm gonna show the world that it works. And hopefully recognizes that 8 gigs. Yep. Keyboard error. Can't really see it. Oh, well, it went away, but it was recognizing the 8 gigs of RAM and the Celeron J whatever it was. Okay, so that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time. And truly, if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and helps me buy upgrades so that I can sell things like this.